traveled. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I think to myself, like, Canadian bands, it's really, no matter how big they become in Canada, they could be huge in Canada, but in America, all of a sudden
They shut the doors, bro. They shut the doors. I mean, we were very blessed because we had a genre at the time that was really sparking. And then after we left Warner Brothers, our contract, we got signed with Blue Rodeo and Tragic Hip, all those guys. We all got signed around the same time.
Before you go on, how did it feel when you found out that Warner Brothers was like looking for you?
We thought it was a joke. Like, we're in California because we did the work ourselves. We released our own record. We got in touch with an agency. I think her name was Kathy Harris in Redondo Beach, and she's the one that hooked up some tour dates for us. So we were just like living down by Redondo Beach for a while, hanging out, and then we got a phone call from Toronto saying, "Hey man, have you guys heard that Warner Brothers is looking for you?" Right? I go, "What? No, is this a joke or something?" No, it's real. They heard the record. Then what I found out about record companies, and you can take this one to the bank, we self-released, and because we were doing so well, they either sign you to get you the hell out of their market or to make some additional funds off you, right? So they signed us because...
Now that's an interesting statement.
Yes. So they signed us because we were already selling, right? So they wanted us to come into their group.
Sure.
Right? So now they can do two things. They could buy you and then park you. Or they could buy you and push you. In our case, they pushed us for a while because you remember when Messenjah was on the radio all the time doing jam session and, a few other hits that we had. We were the first reggae band to get national play. And that's because we were affiliated with Warner Brothers.
Unreal, man.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, so, it lasted, the romance was for 2 albums. And then afterwards, kind of lost interest. But then we signed with an Irish label. We signed with Shanachie, which is,
Now, was that because of the green eyes?
Other green things too, right? Yeah, so we got signed to Shanachie. They loved our stuff, and they were doing a lot of world music at the time. So Shanachie had one of their headquarters was New York, even though they're originally an Irish company, but they're the ones that opened up the American market for us because now we were signed to a U.S. company. So we were touring from coast to every city, just all the major cities. We're on like the Benson and Hedges World Music Festival tour. It was like for a Canadian-based band,
It was pretty impressive.
It was amazing. We were literally carrying the flag and the torch for Canada because every time they introduced us, Canada's top reggae band, blah, blah. So we literally, as a matter of fact, when they sent us back to Jamaica to play the World Youth Festival, they sent us down as a part of the Canadian contingency with Parachute Club and Bruce Cockburn. Right?
Really?
Yeah. So Parachute Club, Messenjah, and Bruce Cockburn were sent, and the Canadian government were part of the sponsors for that.
And I mean, Canada and Jamaica have a great relationship.
Yeah. So we ended up playing at the National Stadium in Kingston.
Wow, man, unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
It's been quite a journey.